I mean, I'm not that big of a guy. They're gonna go special out X'd by dumping. So we have Goblin Biker. Okay. Let's see how Goblin Biker does in the Ryzeal. Apparently, it has a good matchup into it. So they're gonna go X effect, and it looks like we're about to impermanent. Okay, so that they cross out it, which honestly is very telling of their hand. That their hand is dog water, because you would normally just let that go through if you had the extender and then save cross out to protect duo. But this Jonas guy is just not punished at all here for doing that. Unless that they have like 3 hand traps in hand, then sure. Who won the last game? Nico, the Malice player. I saw Ash, yeah, but 1 Ash isn't enough to still imperm that. Because you'd play in the cross out still, assuming that they just had an extender. But now the Ryzeal cross will just beat them anyways. So, unless that they have another hand trap, like Veiler. They can't use another imperm though, because cross out. So summon, effect to attach, and then activate the effect to go search, that resolves. Yeah, that's tough. Don't even know their own card? Who doesn't know their own card? Reading cross in round 7, I don't know. Oh, they read cross? Oh. So should have ashed first, get cross outed, and now imperm. Geez, local players, Ryzeal? No, I mean, it depends what they had. I can't tell what they have in hand. It depends on what they have, but normally you don't stop X in the first place. Because pure Ryzeal always starts with X. Because it doesn't play on the Fualos. So they could literally have Ice. They could have anything. Ice, Bonfire, another X, a Node that you can normal summon, a Charmy that they can normal summon. Like, all these cards would have worked as an extender there. Oh, I think I see Nib in hand. I might be tripping. But if they have Nib in hand, then they misplayed. Because they could have Ash Duo, and they would have cross-stopped it, and then they could have dropped Nib at the end of the turn. End of main. I mean, honestly, seeing he has 3 hand traps, I feel like just Detonator is better. I can't see the hands of any of the players. It's too hard, to be honest. Would you pick up Fiendsmith, Ryzeal, or Malice? I can't decide, but I tend to play Ryzeal, Fiendsmith in real life. Well, if you already have the deck, then I would just play Ryzeal, Fiend. I think Ryzeal, Fiendsmith's the better deck. But Malice does look fun, especially with the striker cards in it. But people are taking the striker cards out to play the other cards now. The Fiendsmith cards, it appears. But they go special summon out Fenrir. Okay. Look how blurry this camera is. This hurts. Typical EU. Typical EU. Typical EU. So Fenrir effect, get hit with Effect Veiler, chain Droplet, sending the Fenrir to shut down the Detonator. Okay. But they have plug-in with Trap. They did, please tell me that they have a level 4 in the grave. If they don't, then they can get a level 4 in the grave whenever they use the Detonator effect anyways, though. So they'll have one at some point. Damn, shooting versus EU. Master Duel Grinder? Nah. I don't even know who that Master Duel... I hate that Master Duel Grinder guy. He's honestly such a pussy. I hate that guy. Such a nerd. No bitches. No money. No tops. Fuck that Master Duel Grinder guy. Ryzeal gets no support, no? What, the Eclipse XYZ? Yeah, it does. And then Malice gets more support in the Maze set. They both get support. Upcoming. Ryzeal just gets there sooner. And the Eclipse XYZ is broken. Bet he makes mid sandwiches. That's not true. That's not true. I heard he makes really good sandwiches. I'll say that about him. I will say that about him. He makes really good sandwiches. But Master Duel Grinder made it to Worlds where old noobs compared to him. I've also made it to Worlds. DB Grinder and Master Duel Grinder have both made it to Worlds 1 time each. Activate tracked. Chain plugin target detonator. Reads the plugin. I'm so sick. I'm tired of people not knowing what Ryzeal cards do. Okay, but go ahead, summon out Detonator, and then they attach the trap from deck. They set up the trap play turn 1, so I definitely assume that they play it. Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. And then they can go Detonator effect, said next match. Nah, we're committed into this match now. We're committed into this match. We're like 8 minutes into it. I feel like I want to see what Goblin Biker has to do too. Like, even though the player obviously isn't the most, like, knowledgeable player in the format, this deck is supposed to have a good matchup into Ryzeal. And also, the spot that they decided to use plugin in is fine. Yeah. It's fine. It actually depends what they try to negate here. If they try to negate Luria, is a weird spot to use it. If they try to negate Requiem... I mean, if they negate Lurie, it's a fine spot to use it. If they're doing it to negate Requiem, it's a weird spot to use it. Misspoke. But okay, sure, get that set up. They've already gone through Fenrir effects, so they can't try using it here. Make Requiem, sure, Requiem effect, Tribute, and then chain the pop, and then... am I tripping? We definitely haven't cross-negated, right? Definitely not. Definitely not. What is typical EU? Bad camera setup. Bad camera setup. L stream. I'm not gonna lie, the US streams are better than the EU streams now. For YCSs, 100%. Because the US, we actually show, like, we have backup feature matches that we show. In EU, instead of showing a backup feature match, you guys do a run-by-run play on, like, how they could have played it differently and stuff, which, I mean, is cool in its own way, but I'd rather just see more rounds. More gameplay, more goo. And why Fenrir not banished Detonator? They banished the node, and then beat over Detonator, which, I guess banishing node face down is cool, it's a one-of, but the Goblin Biker player doesn't know what they're doing. This is not a YCS? Oh, actually, I didn't know that. Oh my god, wait, this isn't a YCS? Oh my god, I thought this was a YCS. Really? Really? I'm playing. Obviously, it's not a YCS. It's a regional. But the quality's still dog water. Dog water. Anaheim really stepped up the stream. Anaheim was crazy. Bro, you talked like it is. No, I didn't. I literally said the NAYCS, like the YCS. Obviously, this isn't a YCS. It's Sunday, and we're in round 7. To be fair, the only thing American streams have over Europeans is the second feature match that just started, which is broken. And we showed the ban list on our streams. The ban list dropped during our YCSs, not your YCSs. We've had 2 YCSs where the ban list dropped during our YCS. How many have dropped during Europe? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Who does Konami like more? NA. NA. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Said X would nib on field crazy. They did that? Oh, they did, didn't they? They went ice in the X and the search sword, didn't they? That's so crazy. I mean, to be fair, the opponent doesn't know the cards. Should have read them. Should have read them. He read everything else. Won't read the monsters, though. This is just crazy. DB Grinder going to a war with a place you couldn't find on a map. Germany? I can find Germany on a map. I can find Germany on a map for sure. For sure. For sure. I will make multiple videos on him and call him out. Me? 3 Ryzeal players tried that versus me today at locals. Yeah, nice try, boys. When DB Grinder GeoGuessr stream? Oh, GeoGuessr. Oh, God, no. That's impossible. That's impossible. I'm an average human. I am not built to be able to look at a tree and know what part of the world I'm in. Or, oh, look up at the sun to see which hemisphere you're in. I don't even know. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that? Like, what? That's like stuff that you gotta, like, full commit to. Proof right now. Germany? It's literally, like, what? I mean, how am I supposed to prove that? Like, how am I supposed to prove that? Am I supposed to look up, like, what, how? Literally, the map will show you where it's at. But yeah, I've been to Germany. I know that one. Also, that was crazy how he flicked his card. If my opponent did that, I'd be like, hey, don't do that. Lay the law down. Come on now. Be respectful with my cards. I'll be respectful with your cards. Especially because I don't own my cards. So you could be potentially damaging cards that I'm borrowing. And then that's like a whole hassle I would have to go through. Name 2 countries next to Germany. I don't know the countries next to Germany. Countries? What's that? Oh my gosh, bro. There's literally, you can take a train from Germany there. It's like where everyone does drugs. Amsterdam? I don't know if it's right next to it, but it's like close enough to it. There's Russia near it. Russia's near it. Wait, wait, I would have to see, wait, I'd actually have to look on a map. I know where Germany is. DB's the kind of guy to get lost in the parking lot. Nah. I'm actually nice at parking lots, I'm not gonna lie. I might be too nice at, wait. We made Solo Rage with Lurie and Doug. And the opponent drew a card. Like, that could have been disgusting. That could have been a disgusting scenario. Like, oh, the opponent drew a card when they weren't supposed to. It's like, oh, but you made a link you weren't supposed to. That could have been bad. You got a driver's license? Of course. I'm a 34-year-old grown man with 4 children. How do you think I'd take them to school? Close. Amsterdam is our main city. We live in the Netherlands. Oh yeah. Dude, the Netherlands is literally just Germany, bro. Dude, those are the same place. The Netherlands and Germany, bro. Like, come on. Same place. All of Europe is just the same. Like, Italians and French people, exactly the same. There's no difference. They live right next to each other, bro. Like, come on. It's like Canadians and Americans were just the exact same. Like, there's almost no difference. We ain't Germany, though. They tried. DBG, do you have a normal job, by the way? Yeah. I go, alligator hunting. I have to go hunt alligators with my bare hands. And then I have to fight them. That's my job. I don't think Portugal and Albania are the same place. I don't even know what Albania is. Not real. Portugal, also not a real place, by the way. Both of those, not real places. I just want to throw that out there. Both of those are fake places, not real. I'm 25 and I ain't got a driver's license. I mean, it depends, like, where you live. Like, driver's license is OP, though. Especially, I don't know, it's, like, super easy to get. Super easy. Thoughts on French Canadians? They're just Canadians that speak French. They just, like, speak another language. I have been rule sharked by a French Canadian, though. Which is tough. Costs like 5K? It costs you 5K to get a license? I'm sorry. Where the fuck do you live that it costs 5K to get a license? That sounds crazy. Oh, wait, is that like... I heard that in like China and Japan it's really hard to like get a license or something like that. Or maybe it's like a parking spot? I don't know what it is. Something like that. Because there's like not a lot of space in like the big cities. How many times did you fail to get 5K for a license? I passed my driver's test the first time. That shit's dummy easy. Like, you actually have to, like, hit another driver while you're doing it to fail. That's, like, the only way you can fail. Like, it was actually so easy. Okay, so they stopped that, ashed that. I mean, this just looks like game. This deck doesn't look very good, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look very good. Name 3 cities in China. I can't. What the hell? You think I can name 3 cities in China? China is also not a real place. Not real. I can probably name 3 cities in Japan. Tokyo, Kyoto, well, it's not a city. Mount Fuji. I don't know if there's a city that works with that. Yeah, actually, I probably can't name 3 cities in Japan. I can name 2. Okasa, Kyoto. Well, I can't. I just tried. Just name virtual world card names could be close. U.S. streets and parking lots so huge you cannot park wrong and fail. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. When we were at the airport going to Nats, like, we went to a different airport, not the Cleveland one, and there was probably like 10,000 cars in these parking lots, and every spot was full. It took us like 25 minutes to find a parking spot. It was crazy. And like, you could definitely mess up there. Because, I mean, you're right next to like 2 other cars. Name 3 state capitals in America. I believe in you. State capitals. Washington, D.C. Denver. I'm pretty sure Miami is the capital of Florida. I don't know though. It might be. I think Los Angeles is probably the capital of LA. I don't know. Like, dude, like, no one cares about the capitals. Like, what? Like, oh, name the capital. Why don't you get some bitches? Yeah. Why don't you get some bitches? Yeah. How about we do that? Huh? How about we do that? Huh? Instead of naming capitals, why don't we do something that actually matters? Alright? Just picking the easy one, Washington, everyone knows. Oh, yeah! Like, you think I'm gonna know the capital of, like, random ass... Nashville, Tennessee? Yeah? Austin, Texas? Yeah? Now what? Now what? Los Angeles is the capital of LA, this man. Well, of California. DB Grinder, that actually matters. Austin doesn't count. What? I just named like 6. I win. It's probably Lexington, Kentucky. That's probably the capital of that one. Cowboy for game is crazy. Wait, they had Shavara in hand? What the hell? Average IQ of people is crazy. Hey. Who cares?